Yes, let's do that. Defending doesn't use up an action point. Reacting to our declaration of war, we can go and add, let's see, extra accessory slot. Not going to be helpful. Extra movement on units could be helpful, especially since they're coming in late as reinforcements. We'll want to run to the front lines as quickly as possible. Let's add that skill. And our unit's leveled up, that's great. And what about the fight? Did I accidentally cancel that fight? Alright, here we are. Offensive, let's go. Oh man, but look at all those fortification points. It's some nameless guards and some militia. But it's going to take a lot of consistent beating from us to break them down, because that's a lot of fortification points. Alright, let's do it. And everyone's on aggressive stance, running forward. Our first move there with the Guardian was to heal our hero, which is fine. He was a little damaged and we couldn't get within range to deal any actual damage. So we're definitely going to win this fight, but not only do they have 1200 fortification points, they're also standing within their city, which gets them an additional morale boost. This is plus 45 to their stats. Plus, they're in a forest and on high ground here. At least this guy is relative to this tile. I don't know why everyone's so insistent on focusing down that militia, but fine, you can do that. No mind control, unfortunately. That would be really nice to put mind control on one of the units with a whole bunch of fortification points. I wonder if fortification prevents mind control. Excuse me. Probably doesn't. It wouldn't really make sense if it did. Alright, so it's already phase 3 and we've only killed one of the cultist units, their militia. That's how powerful the fortification points are. We're still wearing through the fortification points on this nameless guard. They only have the smallest sliver left though. Fortunately, we haven't lost any units and all of our dust bishops are healing up any damage we might take. And they do seem to have some sort of a negative buff on them. Is that from my Guardian? We'll check on the next assignment phase. Alright, so our Guardian has free counter heal. Guardian Aura heals adjacent armies to amount equal to 100% of their life. No, I'm not sure where that negative, that red debuff is coming from. Oh well. Keep on fighting. Alright, so that was well done. After this, there will be only two civilizations left, or two factions, the Roving Clans and the Wild Walkers, which will leave us safe to pursue our main faction quest. Alright, 10 experience, 151 dust, a level gained on our Guardian, which is definitely nice. Quest update. A false redemption. Launch a campaign to capture a region. It will give you an opportunity to get rid of de Souza. So I have this power struggle going with Martin de Souza. He and extract his pendant through an arcane ritual. Okay, so not only did we completely destroy the cultists, but it was all sort of a distraction so we could perform some weird arcane ritual. We got 25 palladium out of that, and we've got a new objective. Go search the temple ruins in Rondaria with an army led by the hero Martin de Souza, and contains at least one level 6 Dust Bishop unit. Okay, so Martin de Souza is currently the governor of our capital, but apparently there's some internal plot that the Broken Lords are some sort of a political campaign between whether or not to use our living subjects as cattle or to try to get over our life-sucking requirements. And so apparently the reason we destroyed the cultists was so that we could have access to these temple ruins and get Martin to go and explore that. We need a level 6 Dust Bishop. This army would be fine for that. Surely the faction quest wouldn't do something weird like the army led by de Souza turns into an enemy army. That would be really bad. But what we'll do is go and we can split off a few of these Dust Bishops. Let's see. One level 7 Dust Bishop. We'll give him a few of these guys. Some stalwarts as well. Alright, so just in case we have to fight at the temple, we don't want to leave him too weak, but at the same time, I want to leave him, leave our top tier units with our fighting hero, who gives them the boost to their hit points and their attack value, or defense value. So an army of 4 units here, 2 stalwarts, 2 Dust Bishops. That should be enough to hold off whatever we meet at the temple ruins in time for reinforcements to arrive. So let's go and assign de Souza. Wait, let's, before we leave our territory, oh, we are in our territory, so we can assign him now, and then decide about equipping him with better weapons if need be. But if we're about to betray de Souza or do something weird with him, maybe I don't want to give him stuff that's too good. I have no idea what happens in the main faction quest. We can, alright, we'll at least give him some tier 3 armor. Maybe nothing fancy. And some tier 3 Iron Spear, Claymore. I'll give him a Claymore as well. And then he does have an extra slot. Let's give him improved movement. Sure. Alright, apply that. And wrong boots, apparently. Alright, let's swing back over to de Souza. Oh yeah, wrong boots. We used up some of our titanium. Fortunately, we have a lot, so no big deal there. Apply that. Thanks for paying attention, CLG. Alright, so de Souza, go and search these. Quest complete, a false redemption. Searching the temple ruins, we got the Pendant of Judgment. Plus 20 science on a city can only be equipped to Broken Lord's heroes. The campaign was successful, though I hear strange reports that the Marquis fled and disappeared. It is said that all good things come to an end, perhaps all bad things as well. Wait, seriously? Do I no longer have the Marquis? I spent all that money upgrading his gear. I upgraded all of his skill points so that he was making our capital produce massive amounts of dust, and then now he just runs away. Did we really lose that hero? All right. Well, anyways, the next step in our quest. New quest added, part 6. Machines of the Ancients. It is the end I had hoped for, but not the way I had wished. The Marquis seems to have vanished from Araga. He and most of his troops disappeared. No, not my high tier units. Okay, so I lost 2 level 6 dust bishops and or 2 level 7 dust bishops that were using my high quality armor, high quality strategic weapons, and 2 stalwarts. One of them admittedly was a lower level stalwart with no strategic items, but the other was. I hope this is just for theme and our army will still be sitting there when we close this message down. But let's keep reading. Strangely, his pendant remained, glowing at the entrance, a twisted strip of endless mysteries. At least the alchemists and archivists are dancing with joy now that they have his pendant to study. It just states that, beyond any shadow of a doubt, the pendant and the circlet were once the controls of a great machine. Further study, however, has shown indications of where a missing third piece may be. If the third piece has any resemblance to the powers of the first 2, its discovery is of utmost importance to the Empire. Auriga does not release her treasures without tithing of blood, however. Let us hope that the thing will be worth the lives it will cost to obtain it. Now I can return my efforts to serious matters, as the Marquis was an unwanted diversion from the true challenge, long-term survival of our people on Auriga. Well, if that army really disappeared, that kinda sucks. Blind playthrough of the main faction quest line. Interesting intrigue though. Hopefully we'll be able to find Martin and punish him for deserting with our troops. So the Marquis has found death through the ritual. Okay, so maybe we won't actually find him and seek our revenge. Search the unspoiled ruins with the Pendant of Judgment equipped on a Broken Lord hero with a unknown reward. And okay, good. So our army's still here. That's good. I would be real mad if I had lost those dust bishops. But only the hero is gone. I mean, I'm not happy about that, but it could have been worse. We need to equip this guy with the... Well, let's bring up our main faction quest again. Machines of the Ancients. We need the Pendant of Judgment on our hero here. We'll pin that quest, and the Unspoiled Runes are over on another continent. That's interesting. Alright, so I think we'll be okay. The roving clans are not able to declare war. And the Wildwalkers, let's see if they should be afraid of us. Maybe they'll take a peace deal before we disembark with our main army. Closed borders, declaration of war. I guess I need a tech to actually sue for peace. But we'll leave that. Okay, so the world probably doesn't wrap around the top side. So we'll just have to sail down to the south. Alright, so we will send our super powerful army on the main quest mission. That might not be the smart thing to do, but I feel like the main quest, it's the most important to me, so I want to send our main hero on that mission. Let's grab Geomic Labs, Empire Mint right away. Dust Refinery, yeah, we can do that. And the Caravanserai, or whatever it's called. Let's add this stalwart back to this group, make our 8-unit thing, and if possible, I want all of my units in here to have 8 movement. They do, except for this guy. If I can retrofit him, vanilla. Alright, let's temporarily change the unit profile for vanilla so that I can upgrade that Dust Bishop. We want the increased movement, and then maybe not Sharp Sense. Do I have something else that I can use here? Regeneration, Retaliation, City Breaker, Lawyer Death, Improved Attack. Alright, we'll leave the high ground there for now. But as for armor and weapons, let's upgrade the weapons first. We have plenty of Palladian, so do I want the Long Scepter, which is 71 to attack, 20 to health, 12 to initiative, and 40 to damage, versus the Mage Wand, which is more initiative, less health, same amount of damage. I don't mind the Dust Bishop having lower initiative, so let's give him the Long Scepter. And then, while we're here, we may as well gear him up with the most expensive gear. Lots of health, some initiative, 8, 4, and extra defense. Okay, so how much is this going to cost us? 29, so that'll use up all of our Palladian. That's fine. We'll have one really fancy Dust Bishop. Apply. So it's called Vanilla 2. This unit, though, isn't actually a very vanilla unit. Retrofitted. Excellent. And then probably want to switch vanilla back to things that are actually vanilla, so that we're not confused the next time we try to build out a Dust Bishop. And sure, Unsteady versus the Exhaustion. We'll take Exhaustion. And do I still want the high ground? I do have enough glass steel for that, so we'll apply there. Alright, so we've got our super army. This guy now should have more movement. Our hero does have speed 8. Do we want to upgrade any of this stuff? This all seems fine. Meanwhile, we'll have, since we know that the roving clans can't declare war on us, we'll have our army stationed closer to the Wild Walkers. Alright, we're close to a supremacy victory, that's fine. Oh, we need to give him the item. Which item was that? The Pendant of Judgment. Alright, so items, Pendant of Judgment, right here. What are we going to replace? We definitely want the improved movement. Sharp Sense has served us well. We don't need the high ground boost. Let's get rid of that and drop in the Pendant of Judgment. Right here. Apply that. And as for our heroes, did we have a Broken Lord hero in this city here? Yes, we do. So he could definitely make good use of the Pendant of Judgment as well. Forget Sharp Sense. Plus 20 on the city. Go and apply that. Excellent. Meanwhile, these guys will just go and park over by our border with the Wildwalkers. Maybe we'll garrison some of these units to save on upkeep. Probably in Sodaltan, since we're getting huge amounts of science from that. And this guy wants to... Oh, we're going to need the disembark tech. It's possible that this is just a really strange looking continent and it curves around to the south like this. Alright, what tech do we need to disembark? Is that this thing? Unlocked ships travel on water. Alright, so we need to pick up a level 2 tech right now. Let's delay alloys. and then we'll research these guys afterwards. That seems fair. If I can get my science up a little higher, let's rush by the living labs out, and then switch everything over to science again. Shipyard in 3. Let's have these guys go over to science as well. And as for this city, we do have a lot of things to build out, so fine. Everyone can go on to production, and those guys on dust. Fine. That seems good. Oh, and CKLG thinks that when you switch techs, you lose all progress on them. That would be annoying. We'll find out if that's true soon enough. I'll go and have a quick look at that. Anyways, see you later, CKLG. Thanks for joining the stream and putting in your little bits of endless legend advice. Bishop Julian wants to get over to Dust Trickery, so let's go grab Siege Engine, Dust Trickery for the percentage boost. We'll apply that, and let's have a look and see if we can see if the tech is actually saved. So what I'll do, I can't mouse over without clicking on it. We'll just wait until Shipyards is done, and then we'll compare the turn completion time on the nominal cost by switching between rare alloys, which we'd previously been researching, versus rare armor. They both should cost the same amount. If research disappears when you switch. Alright, so we've got plenty of influence. I think we can, if we're not doing fighting right now, we can dial back on the military. We can punch up higher on the dust generation and just have the city science boost. We don't need this other stuff. Alright, I don't have quite enough influence for that. If I dropped the science boost, I still don't have enough. Alright, well, trade route bonus, science bonus, and then maybe we'll save the rest of that influence in case one of our faction quests requires large amounts of influence points. So that seems reasonable to me. We'll go and apply that Empire plan. And over here, a dust depository might be nice. Is there something else that would boost my science? No, let's just go and start working on a dust depository then. Dust refinery, let's get 2. Leave that. And these guys will go and garrison in this city. We'll have the Titan / Legendary Guardian standing over there. Meanwhile, we're going to have embarkation soon, so I think I'm going to go and wander over to here and then just hop in the water in the next few turns. Alright, so over here we finished the science booster. Now we're making 631 science per turn. Is there anything else that I want here? Let's buy several more citizens, even more science, and then we'll push out a burrow. Let's see, will some of these tiles get me more science? Expanding over in this direction would get me 3 more science. I guess that's better than nothing. We'll just work our way through that slowly. 6 turns for the burrow streets. And Zephyr42 says that they're pretty sure you don't lose the science research when you switch techs. I'm inclined to believe that. It would be pretty silly if switching techs erased all of the accumulated research. And what's happening here? Closed borders. Okay. That's fine, as long as it's not a prelude to war. Shipyards in 1. We're going to need embarkation anyways, even if this ruin is connected by land, because the Wildwalkers have closed their borders, and sure, I could attack them, but I want to settle the Broken Lord quest first. Alright, so we're going to be able to embark next turn. Hopefully our movement on land transfers to a similar amount of movement over water. And I'll just have this guy parked right here. We could build out another one of those guardians. That might be a fun little project. Which of our cities has reasonable production? Sultan has the most production, and it's also our science city. Everyone else is on dust. I should probably go and buy another hero to boost our dust production. We've got a cultist hero. Army health boost, army defense boost, infantry slayer. This guy would be really good for leading an army. But what I want is... this guy's got dust efficiency, that wouldn't be bad. But a Broken Lord's hero would be able to use our 2 Broken Lord specific trinkets, and that's dust efficiency 2. That's not bad. Let's have a look at where their skill points are assigned. Alright, and then they could go down the Dust Diviner route as well. I'm going to buy myself another Broken Lord hero then. And we'll go and equip him. Let's see which of our cities is making the most dust. Does seem like it's the capital city. So we'll go and assign Baron III as a governor and give him some of the appropriate skills, Dust Diviner, and then the appropriate items. So definitely both of these. And then there's something that boosts my gold per citizen working gold. So that little tome there, and then we'll give him level 3 vanilla armor. And a claymore. I like the claymore. And we'll apply that. Okay, good. So now we're pumping 774 dust per turn. And that's it. Next turn we'll have embarkation, and we'll hop over and try to see what's happening over here. And what's lit up over here? Are these... We've got to visit all of those unspoiled ruins. Alright, so continuing research on rare alloys. Let's pop over to this. So this is going... We're 75% done researching this rare alloys versus 0% on rare armor. So the research percentages that you do put into techs do remain if you switch around and stop researching one tech. What you have researched is still going to be waiting for you when you go back to it. So it's good to know that Seek LG's little rumor was false. Alright, so jumping in the water does exhaust all of our movement. But how much movement do I have once I'm in the water? We'll find that out next turn. But first, this guy wants to go and garrison in the city. That'll save us a little upkeep. And then Kilrata can go... What are her skills exactly? She's got the science boost. Would she be a better governor than Julian? Julian gives a dust boost, so she might be better as a governor of this city. The only thing Julian has going for him is, well... Oh yeah, so this is just a flat science boost. Let's move Julian to another city then. He has the dust boost. What's our next highest dust producing city? This guy right here, Hadao. Alright, let's move Julian to Hadao. Assign hero, Bishop Julian, and we'll assign Rita, or whatever her name is, kill Rilkata, and we'll switch her over to trinkets that are going to be relevant to boosting science. So that's the titanium tome, and we'll replace sharp sense, sure. So we'll go and apply that. Now we're at 13 science per citizen. Who's going to be working that? Let's buy a few more citizens here. Get more science rolling in. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, and we'll leave this guy auto-explore or idle. We'll have him idle on the road here. And end turn. Stewie asks what size of map I'm playing on. I'm honestly not sure. It's whatever was in the default, and then I selected the New World map generation option. And Zephyr42 is saying that our embarked movement is the same as on land, which I am very glad for, because if it was like Civ, where we only move 2 or 3 hexes at a time, that would be really frustrating. So sailing across the clear blue sea here. There's some nice little bits of rock below. That's really pretty. Alright, end turn. We'll visit our first ancient ruin site, probably the guy right down here. And we'll keep on pumping our science generation so we can keep pace with the AI. If we go look at science, we can tell where the highest civ is based on which quests are unlocked. So there is another civ that's already, or faction that's already at level 5, the level 5 tech era. So I definitely want to up my science generation. Let's see, that probably means imperial funding to boost science, and what's going to boost dust here? We definitely want to get these extractors online, maybe boost our happiness as well. Movement on road. Movement on roads, that sounds really useful. Let's research that before these extractors. These I don't actually have. I don't think I have any of those advanced resources to extract. Yeah, there don't appear to be any within our provinces. Alright, so if we want more science, let's buy more citizens in our science city. And we may as well queue up a few more burrows, or build burrows after that burrow is complete. Okay, so there's rare armor done. The influence generated by alliances special event has ended. We did not take advantage of any of that. Right, so this is all but one of our movement points. This looks like a cliff. We won't be able to disembark from that cliff, so let's disembark right here, and then we'll walk over to the unspoiled ruins there. Ooh. And is that a neutral guardian? That could be a good fight. I'm glad I brought along my my actual army then. And let's see what sort of things the Wild Walkers are planning. Do they have any suspicious troop movements? No? Alright, that's fine. Alright, here, we'll run over to the unspoiled ruins. Very eager to see where this quest leads. We've met the Hernas. That's a 5% boost to our attack. Those would be really nice to absorb into our empire. But in any event, let's search these ruins. Quest updated. We found the Sighing Scepter of Ire. So the Broken Lords are essentially the Protoss. If you place your ear to this white blue metal rod, you will hear something. It echoes of a distant bell the keening of lost souls, or merely the wind. To equip that, it's 12 mithril, and it gives a 20 point boost to the defense value. Alright, next we've stirred some natives, defeat the army for an unnamed reward. Let's activate both of those boosters and fight that mysterious army. Okay, so this is a new quest, not our main faction quest. Power and Prestige. Objective, level up a city or district in Karandar to level 2. And that would give us marvelous alloys, which are tier 2 for adamantium and palladium, which would be pretty nice. If I can unlock that without much trouble, I definitely will. So Karandar, where is Karandar? Right over here. Are we close to leveling anything up? We could level this district up, it already has 2 districts beside it. So we would only need 2 more, I do believe. Let's queue up another borough then. Maybe one over here. And we'll rush by that. Okay, so we need to defeat 4 armies that have risen up around us. I don't actually see any armies. Do they mean this Guardian? We could go fight the Guardian. We don't have any movement points left, but that's fine. Unless they rose up in our main territory. Is that what happened? I don't see any armies over by our capital, but we might need to rush by an army here if something does appear. So, do we need to buy more of these strategics off the market? How much is Hyperium going for these days? Strategic price. Hyperium is the most expensive, but it also would give us the best weapons. Alright, well, let's deal with problems as they appear. We'll just roll the turn over and see if anyone appears by these ancient ruins. We are coming up on the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway in about 10 minutes from now. We just unlocked Imperial funding. Let's get that going. So, extra movement on roads. And is that on all roads or just roads within our territory? I think it's all roads, so that'll be really useful for exploring this region. Okay, so we have found some of these mysterious wandering armies. We'll go and take care of those guys. But I want the Science City to grab Imperial funding. +5 on terrain with science, which would be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not really a lot. Are some of our other cities better for that? Let's see, tab over. The capital gets a huge boost. We're currently fervent, which is great. Almost every other city has better science yields, from tiles that is. So do I really want to build out Imperial funding here? This isn't a building that I can only build once, is it? By judiciously doling out money to private concerns or universities, the Empire can spend speed research in promising new sciences. Alright, we can build multiples of them. Let's queue that up in our main science city. That'll be fine. And where is my hero? Let's go and beat up this guy here. And he does get reinforcements from the Guardian. We should have attacked the Guardian then so that the demons would reinforce slowly, but in either case, we shouldn't have a problem dealing with these guys. This is our most veteran of armies, led by our most veteran of heroes. Kintara 666 really likes Dungeon of the Endless. I like it too. I haven't played it much recently, but it's definitely a fun little roguelike. Alright, should we... A few of these guys should run over to attack the demon, the guardian, if possible. No mind control there, that's good. And that chain lightning did nothing to us. Our defense value is too high. Unfortunately, this guy was mind controlled and he attacked our hero. Good, a little healing spread to our hero. Thank you, Dust Bishops. And now we can focus fire down the Guardian. Is this guy mind controlled as well now? He does have a little negative buff on him, negative morale, and mind controlled. Okay, so we took care of those two armies. Dismiss. Completed a quest, Test of Strength. The region of Yulin has become a very special place. A powerful guardian roams there peacefully. Be the first to defeat the guardian in Yulin, and you receive the tech to build the Dust Guardian, which we already have, and a Tome of Endless Savagery, which can only be equipped by heroes, gives us the Guardian Slayer ability, which I assume boosts our ability to fight guardians. Alright, interesting. And we defeated one army for our main faction quest mission. Apparently, my chat is telling me that we can fulfill this by attacking these neutral camps, so let's wander over to this neutral camp and do that. Well, let's see what they want first. Sign a peace treaty with at least one of your neighbors. We would get exotic alloys, which is definitely nice, but we don't really care about titanium and glass steel items right now, and pacification, so we'll just fight them. Let's fight them next turn. Let's have a quick look at the Wild Walkers, see if they have some scary troop movements going on. They do not. Alright, over in this city, let's go and grab a dust depository, although we are pumping science here. Imperial funding requires a little more Hyperium. Alright, let's buy some Hyperium and then go for Imperial funding. 1,000 just there. Imperial funding. We can rush by that if we are serious about hurrying along our science. And rush by this one too. May as well buy some more citizens. Our hero has leveled up. So, I had bought Real Kata, intending her to lead our armies, but if she's going to boost our science output, let's go down this path just a little. Some alchemical genius here, +2 science on city center and per district. Meanwhile, this guy can attack. Let's see if attacking the Sisters of Mercy here fulfills that. We'll auto this fight. That should be a really easy one. A little damage on our hero, but that's fine. And that did not count towards Ancient Machines. Alright, let's... Okay, so here are the other Ancient Machine Wandering armies. We don't currently have the action points to attack them this turn. So we'll search the dust, and okay, so yeah, it's these three armies. We'll just sit in the middle and see if they all come to us. That'll take care of things quite nicely. May as well take the high ground as well. Alright, so after this turn, we'll do the giveaway for one code for the Guardians expansion for Endless Legend. And we do need to set our construction queue over in this city since I ended up rush buying that last item. Let's just grab Glory to the Empire in case we need a lot of influence for one of our later quests. No worries, Frobnik. It's okay if you don't know everything about the game. I certainly don't. Any bits of advice that you do have are appreciated. And it looks like we're going to be attacked by all three of these wandering armies at once, and that'll let us complete this step in the quest in one go. In fact, should I just auto that? Let's just auto that. No losses taken, really easy fight, some nice experience, some nice dust, and there, that's the quest completed. The roving clans issued a market ban on us. That's not good. I've been depending on the market to buy all of my strategic luxuries because it looks like... Oh, that's really interesting. So I played on the New World settings, and the reason we couldn't find any of the later tier strategic resources is because they're all in the New World. That's really cool. Alright, so I don't know if I need these strategic resources, but I would like them. So let's go and train up a settler. Maybe not in this city because the citizens here are really expensive. Let's go build out a borough instead and get one of these up to level 6. And we'll train out a settler over here. We'll rush by him and send him across the ocean. Meanwhile, construction complete. Alright, cool. So, we need to explore these other unspoiled ruins, it would seem. Hydromeal. Dust. And we'll run over this way and see if this contributes to our quest as well. The Wolfbane the Shepherd. That is a nice looking item. Can only be equipped by heroes. But the next time we have one of our heroes needing to go on the offense, we'll see if the Wolfsbane is going to help us with that. Alright, so we'll just turn the turn over, and then we'll do the giveaway. And this should have... I hope the quest didn't glitch out. Okay, here. Make peace not war, sign a peace treaty within 7 turns. We're plowing through the text very rapidly. Quest 6, Machine of the Ancients. You've successfully stirred the natives, defeat the armies, we get 60 Mithrite, that's excellent. Outcome, no place or thing of power lacks guards or defensive. A defense's victory is purchased with currency we once called blood. That lives in our metaphors, if not our bodies. Those poor broken lords, they don't have any bodies or blood. Alright, so we can dismiss that. What's the next step? Quest Part 7, A Final Battleground. Alright, we'll read that story after we do the giveaway. So how